join chat for their first time. You can change it to Umineko. Umineko questions art. Okay. Oh, thinking about it again, I think that alcohol abuse should be on that list of trigger warnings. But you know, I'm sure it's fine. That one's not as bad as the others. It really only happens here at the start. Anyways, like I said, I'm not gonna talk over everything. I'm gonna let the voice lines all play out so I kind of know a general idea of how long you know, most people read and all that kind of stuff. If you miss anything, I will be uploading VODs onto my YouTube channel, which I can put here. But without much more stalling, let's go ahead start Umineko no Naku Koroni. Yeah, you can ignore that. Left click to start the game.
またお酒をたしなまれましたな。
The old physician let out a sigh as he removed his stethoscope. Two elderly men could be seen in the dimly lit study, which was filled with dust and sickly sweet stuff. The corner of the room, which was much larger than most people would call a study, an expensive-looking bed, a man undergoing medical examination, and a physician. There was also what appeared to be a servant watching the rooms.
酒は我が友だ。お前に負けぬ友人であり、そしてお前よりも付き合いが長い。
As the man bares his chest for the stethoscope, he arranged his fingers. Oh, baring his chest for this. Yeah, no, I did. Wow, that's crazy. He spoke unapologetically.
金蔵さん、あんたの体が一見調子がいいのは薬が効いてるからだ。だが、そんな強い酒を飲み続けては薬の意味もなくなってしまう。悪いことは言わん。酒は控えなさい。忠告の気持ちだけはありがたくいただいておく。我が友よ、源氏、もう一杯頼む。心持ち薄めでな。南條の顔も立ててやれ。よろしいのですか。
I did not read that out at all. What does it look like when a view look odd? Let's wait. After eyeing both the master who demanded the alcohol and the family doctor, Genji, the old butler, silently gave a slight nod and out his message. Family doctor Nanjo let out a deep sigh once again as he watched the butler busy himself alongside him. There was a smell filling up the room. Sweet, felt as though it melted his heart, not the soul. It was the smell of the venomous green man couldn't bear to part ways with.
南條、お前は私の長きにわたる親友だ。今日まで私を永らえさせてくれたことを深く感謝する。 私は何も医者としての忠告など金蔵さんはお前とて差し間違えた手を待てと言っても聞かぬではないか。ならば愛子というものだろう。親方様、すまぬ。薬は切れても死にはせんが、こいつが切れては死んでしまうでな。
Disregarding Nanjo, who had his face set, Kinzo took the glass that Genji was holding. Very few people associate that venomous color with one another.
南條、正直に話せ。私の命はあとどの程度持つ？
さて、どのくらいと申し上げれば、そのお酒を控えてくれますやら。
Sanjo once again let out a sigh of hesitation. Then he finally spoke to Kinzo as the latter rolled his eyes.
長くはありませんな。
どの程度に長くないというのだ？
このチェスで例えましょう。金蔵さんの爪もなかなかですが、私のキングを追い詰めるには至りますまい。
Sanjo's gaze was directed at the side table with a massive chess set placed on top of it. Judging by the position of the pieces, the game seemed to be empty. Black rooks and bishops were cutting the king and the white knights had already been cast, but even an amateur could see symmetrical. Every time Nanjo came to give medical attention, both of them would make a few moves. Nanjo was hinting that Kinzo would most likely fall into his less words of a physician that there were words of a
普通の患者になら遺言を書くよう勧める頃です。
遺言とは何だ、南條。
Thank you, Biofloss. Welcome. I've seen you around on Snoofy's chain. It's great to have you around.
私の屍をどのように食い散らかせとハゲタカどもに指南する書き置きなのか。
いや、
I should
違い
turn
ますぞ。
alerts off during this specific. I turn those off. I will turn those on at the end of the stream. I'll still thank everyone for the follows and stuff like that. Don't worry, I'm watching it like a hawk. Thank you for the follow.
遺言は意思を残すことだ。遺産分配のことだけを書くものじゃない。
ほう。
I appreciate it.
遺産分配以外に書くこととは何なのか。
心残りややり残し、受け継いでほしいことや伝えたいこと、何でもいいんです。
受け継いでほしいことや伝えたいことだと？バカバカしい。この後ろ宮金蔵、後に残したいことも伝えたいこともただの一つもないわ。裸一貫で生まれた。そして裸一貫で死ぬ。バカ息子どもに残したいものなど何一つないわ。もしも訪れる最後が今日だとしても今だとしても、私は何も恐れることなくその死の運命を受け入れようではないか。全てを築き上げた富も名誉も全てだ。それらは私と共に築き上げられ、私と共に失われよう。後に残してやるものなど何もないわ。何もない。あとは野となれ山となれ。墓も棺も何も望まぬわ。それが魔女と私の契約だ。私が死ぬ時に全てを失う。初めからその約束だからこそ何も残らぬのだ。何も残せぬのだ。
After reaching a furious crescendo, Kinzo suddenly slumped over. His expression was limp and feeble, though an evil spirit had possessed him.
だが未練はある。残すものは何一つないが、残したまま行けぬものが。
それを書き記せばいい。もちろん 生きているうちにこなせればそれでいい。だが万一の時、残された者がそれを引き継いでくれる。自分に万一があっても必ずその心残りが解決できるように残していく。それが遺言というものです。
Hi, Bio. Hi, Bio. Hello, Judge. That's me. Oh, hey, if any of you haven't actually seen my PNG and stuff like that, let me turn that on real fast. This is the one talked about fucking the judge and just do it for his chat all the time. My reputation precedes me.
ダメだダメだダメだ。私が生きているうちでなくてはならぬ。私は死ねば魂はすぐに契約の悪魔に食らわれて消え去ってしまう。死後の世界も安らぎも私にはないのだ。だから全ては私が生きているうちでなければならぬ。だから遺言状など私には必要ない。そのようなものを書く暇があったなら私は見たい。もう一度見たい。ベアトリーチェの微笑む顔がもう一度見たい。はあ、ベアトリーチェ、なぜに私をこれほどまでに拒むのか。今こそお前に与えられた全てを返そう。全てを失おう。だから最後にもう一度だけお前の微笑を見せてくれ。ベアトリーチェ、頼む、交渉だ。聞こえているはずだ。お前はそういう女だ。頼む、姿を見せてくれ。いるんだろう。聞こえていながら姿を消し、今もこの部屋のどこかで私を嘲笑っているのだろう。私の前にもう一度現れてくれ。そして微笑んでくれ。なじってくれてもいい。望むならお前の手で私の命を奪ってくれてもいい。このまま一人で死にたくない。お前の微笑みを再び一目見るまでは絶対に死ねないのだ。ああ、ベアトリーチェ、ベアトリーチェ、この命はくれてやる。お前にくれてやる。5章だ、ベアトリーチェ。
Man, I fucking love this game so much.
へえ、時代ってやつは進歩してんな。たったの20分でついちまったんだから驚いちまうぜ。
Oh, shit, wait, I just realized I was supposed to be reading. We used to go by boat. Back then we were all forced to endure nearly half a day of swaying back and forth over by the sea before we reached Nijima. Things have gotten so much more convenient these days. Still, I've never been on a plane this small. I've flown in a huge jumbo jet before, but this is my first time experiencing such a tiny one. It's gonna shake, isn't it? They say smaller boats shake more than big ones, so I guess the same rule probably applies to planes. Just spare me.
大丈夫だよ、バトラ君。船に比べたら全然揺れは少ないよ。
おお、ジョージの兄貴かよ。急に勘弁してくれよ。つうか、揺れってなんすか？別に俺は飛行機も揺れんのかな、まさか落ちたりしねえかななんて夢にも思っちゃいないぜ。
ごめんごめん。もう小さい頃とは違うよね。あれから6年も経ってるんだし。もうバトラ君も子供じゃないか。
じゃあ、兄貴はタバコも酒も OK ってかよ。タバコは興味ねえけど、酒は飲んでみたいよな。兄貴なんか、おじさんの遺伝子あんなら相当飲めちゃいそうだけど。
僕の場合は好きで飲むというよりは仕事で飲む方が多いからね。日本のビジネスは酒抜きでは難しいよ。
そうっすよね。だから俺も今晩の夕食あたりに初挑戦してみようかなって。
ダメだよ。バトラ君はまだ未成年じゃないか。未成年の飲酒は発育に悪影響を及ぼす可能性が。って、
こんだけタッパがありゃ、俺のむしろちょいと身長縮めた方が服が探しやすいくらい。
Puffed out my chest proudly. Until I hit my growth spurt, my height was below average in my class. But then I grew and grew, and before I knew it, I passed 180 centimeters. 5'11" inches. I guess I have all the muscle training and those shady mail order performance enhancer drugs to thank for that. Before then, I never dreamed that I'd shoot 10 centimeters above George Aniki, who had reached his peak early on. Damn, I bet my relatives will all say, "Look how big you've grown, Badler John," something. It's all so embarrassing. I wish they'd just give me a break. Anyways, my name's Badler. Well, it's pretty damn weird, don't you think? I gotta wonder what my parents were thinking whenever they named me that. I'd never met anyone who could read it the first time. I usually get called Sentoku, but that's not even close. Trust me, that probably says Battler. Can you read it? The first part of my name is my family name, Ushira Miya. That's fairly plausible Japanese pronunciation so far. The problem is my given name. That is made up of characters for fight and person, and is pronounced Battler. Put it all together, and you've got Ushia Miya Battler. Pretty crazy, right? Crazy enough that my parents decided to call me that, but it's even more crazy that some government worker let them make it official. Both groups are the top of my must-kill list. Anyways, this is one of my cousins. His name is Ushimiya George, pronounced Ushimiya George. He's 5 years older than me, so he must be turning 23 this year. Since Ushimiya cousins consist of 2 boys and 2 girls, I ended up playing with George all the time. because I've always thought of him as a big brother. I still call him Aniki today.
しかしバトラ君は大きゅうなったな。男子3日を合わざれば刮目して待つべしとはよう言うたもんや。
やっぱり血かしらね。ルドルフも高校くらいまでは身長そんなになかったのよ。成長期が遅い方が最終的には伸びるのかもね。
んなことないっすよ。男は中身も伴わなくっちゃ。
そうや、バトラ君は分かっとる。男は中身で勝負なんや。常に己の鍛錬を忘れたらあかん。そして虎視眈々とチャンスを待ってドカンと開花させるんや。わしもまさか今日会社社長なんて一国一城の主になれるとは思わんかった。そうや、あの無一文の焼け野原がわしの原点なんや。
The stout, plump old guy is George Aniki's dad, Uncle Hideyoshi. He's the husband of Dad's older sister. In other words, we're not blood related. He's nice to children, sociable all the time, and even quick to give out some spending money to us kids. Simply put, he's an awesome uncle. He speaks in an odd and very noticeable Kansai dialect, but he's actually a natural-born Kanto man. I realize... Trust me on this, that's weird. Apparently, impressions are everything in the business world. So speaking in a different style than other people is an act that makes him stick out more. However, I hear he gets more embarrassed when talking with an earshot of a real Kansai person, so he switches back to his standard Japanese. I don't really get it, but he's definitely an interesting person.
すぐ自分の自慢話に入っちゃうのがたまに傷なのよね。およしなさいな。バトラ君、耳にタコができちゃってるんだから。ねえ。
そんなことねえっすよ。でもいいじゃないっすか。語れる武勇伝があるってのは男としてかっこいいことだと思いますよ。俺なんか語るような話は何もないっすからね。
あらそうバトラ君なんかそのルックスでいっぱい女の子を泣かせてそうだからさぞかし武勇伝が多そうだと思ったんだけど。
うわあ、だ情報弾じゃないっすよ。そんな妙な武勇伝あるわけないじゃない。むしろ紹介してほしいくらいっす。
あら、あるんでしょ武勇伝。おばさんにも後で教えてね。ジョージったらそういう浮ついた話が。
This is George Aniki's mother, Aunt Ava. She's my dad's older sister. She and Uncle Hideyoshi are a pair of jokers, and they always tease me back as far as I can remember. This sometimes made them a bit hard to get along with whenever I was small. Well, I guess the events of the last 30 seconds prove that they can still be hard to get along with. Even so, George Aniki's family is interesting and fun. They seem to get along just fine. Eesh, that's pretty much the total opposite of my family.
バトラ君、ルドルフさんを見なかった？
あ、さっきお手洗いに行くのを見ましたけど、まだ出てこないんすか？こりゃぽっくりいっちまったかな。ナムナムナムナム。
What? Say that?
自分のお父さんにそんな言い方はないでしょ。
Like, can't on.
まあ、あの人のお手洗いが長いのは今に始まったことじゃないしね。
ああ、あんにゃろは昔っからそうです。雑誌持ってトイレに入るのやめてほしいんすよね。何の雑誌持ち込んで何をしてんだか。
あら、そんな心配は全然不要よ。私と一緒にいる以上、そんなこと一人でさせやしないもの。
なんの話か。後で親父め、玉まで握られてグロでも出ないわけだ。
握っとかないとどういうことになるかよーくわかってるでしょ。
いやいや、まったくあのクソ親父の手綱はキリエさんにしか無理っすよ。実の息子の俺も喜んで譲っちゃいますわ。
ええ、任せてちょうだい。 そういうの得意なのよ。
This woman's my father's wife. Her name is Ashiramiya Kyrie. As you can probably tell from our conversation, she's not my real mother. She's basically my stepmother. My real mom died 6 years ago, and Kyrie is the woman my dad married afterwards. It's understandable for someone my age. I could never bring myself to call his new wife mom. And I doubt she feels like using the word son on this massive kid who's no relation to her at all. Aren't little kids. We know there's nothing to be gained by fighting. So we decided that we wouldn't force ourselves to pretend that we were family. We decided to add a bit more frank with her, acting as though she's a friendly neighbor. That much easier to keep a little distance instead of forcing ourselves to act all close and making each other up. Kyrie-san has always been very open. Thanks to that, we've been able to get along pretty well. Then, just when we were bad-mouthing Dad about him being in the bathroom, the man himself comes out, wiping his hands with a hand.
バトラ
なんだよ、親父。耳つねんな、耳。
また母さんと俺の悪口を言ってたろ。なんでお前には父親に対する尊敬の念ってやつがわかねえんだ。
いでででででででででででああ、いでえよ、クソ親父。俺の耳伸ばしたって空は飛べねえぞ、おい。
ほれほれ、縦、縦、横、横、丸書いて、逆に回して、倍率どんどん、さらに2倍。お父様、失礼なこと言ってごめんなさい。って
冗談じゃねえぜ。そういうのは会員制のお店でやりやがれってんだ。だから話せって。
Old bastard's my dad. I think I'm pretty tall myself. My dad's just about as tall as I am. So I'm surprised that Aunt Ava started talking about Dad's blood when she saw my height. By the way, my height isn't the only thing I got from him. It seems having weird names runs in the family. My dad's full name is written as that. You can't read it, can you? Come on, it's just... anyways, this guy's name is pronounced Rudolph. He must be a great father for giving him a name like that. Still, there's no reason to pass that weird naming tradition on to me. Old bastard twisted my ear all over the place. Aunt Ava snuck up and, grabbed his ear.
こらこらルドルフ、息子に乱暴してるんじゃないわよ。
言ってよ、姉貴。
Seemed perfectly illustrated the relationship between the prankster younger brother and the older sister who could deal out punishment to him despite his size.
エヴァネさん、そのくらいにしてあげてください。同じ分、後で反対の耳を私が引っ張って伸ばしておきますので。あら、ごめんなさいね。キリエさんの引っ張る分も残しておかなくっちゃ。ルドルフ、後でたっぷりキリエさんにお仕置きしてもらいなさいね。
たく、姉貴こそ弟いじめもいいとこだぜ。秀吉兄さんもこんな姉貴を拾ってくれて本当にありがとうございます。兄さんの寛大さがなかったら今でもまだ売れ残ってますよ。弟として申し訳ないです。
誰が売れ残るって？
After taking 2-3 steps back, Aunt Ava unleashed one of her beautiful high reversal roundhouse kicks, which stopped just a centimeter away from the tip of Dad's nose. After staring out with Tai Chi Chuan for her figure, Aunt Ava then developed an interest in Chinese martial art. After that, she went through karate, taekwondo, capoeira, and what is it that she's learning now again? Well, anyways, they say woman's weapons are her lower body, and that's definitely true for Eva.
ルドルフ、側頭部直撃だと一発で混沌するわよ。 この間演舞でミスって相方泡吹いちゃったんだからね。
いやいや、足癖の悪い姉貴で本当に申し訳ないです。
Dad, completely unfazed, shrugged and smiled ironically at Uncle Hideyoshi.
わしだからエヴァとルドルフ君のじゃれ合いを見とると胸がポカポカしてくるんや。兄弟や。
もうジョージ君も
おい
Oh
お
my
い
god.
よく
What's happening?
うちの
そんなことないわ
What
よ
the。fuck happened? Alright, well. Never had a brother or sister myself, fuzzy and the inside. Oh, then why not consider making little brother for George Kuhn? He's already a fine adult who's about to go off on his own, so it might be a good time to have another child. Hey, have a little sympathy for the new kid. The Dredge is fuckable. Like, you gotta understand, it's not that the Dredge is cute, it's that he's hot. It's different. It's not the same. Like, these are two different values. You try and put two bars next to each other. You can be both cute and hot. Be a hot but not cute. You can be cute but not hot. See what I'm saying? There's something about him. Oh god. I'm surprised George Kuhn turned out as well as he did, being born before this sinister sister of mine. And what an awesome kid he is. Please share some of that with our blockhead son already someday, won't you? That's not at all how it happened. Is what somebody said. I don't know who said that.
エヴァ姉さんの教育が間違ってなかったから
He said that.
ジョージ君はあんなに素直ないい子になったん
No,
だか
I
ら
love it. Oh my god. I wouldn't have started it if it wasn't for me.
で
But
すよ
yeah,
ね
you also
姉
started
さん
separately from me, which is crazy.
あらあら、そんな。うちのジョージもまだまだ頼りなくって。
Yeah, you want to sniff the microphone? I have my dog in my lap right now. I'm very comfy. Like,
そうそう。それよりお宅のエンジェちゃんはどんな具合なの？吐いちゃったって聞いたけど。
そうやそうや。久しぶりに顔が見れると思って期待してたんやで。大丈夫なんか？
いつも季節の変わり目に風邪をひくんです。どうも弱くって。本当は連れてきたかったんですけど、今回は私の実家に面倒見てもらっています。
それが賢明よ。本家の毒気に当てない方が治りは早いもの。大人の都合より子供の病気の方が大事よ。
わしな、吐く風邪によう効く薬知っとんや。帰ったらすぐ送るさかい、使うてくれや。
ありがとうございます、秀吉兄さん。いつもお世話になりっぱなしで。
oh, yeah, I'm supposed to. Oh my god. I'll get into the groove eventually, don't worry. Once the conversation suddenly veered off in that direction, we kids didn't have any chance of butting in. For now, I'm just happy Aunt Ava gave Dad his desserts. For his just desserts for tugging on my ear.
まだ天候調査中がなくならないね。
George Aniki pointed at the counter. The checking weather sign was still stuck next to the departure times for the flight we were scheduled for. According to Aniki, smaller planes are more subject to winds and other effects of the winter. It's not all that uncommon for flights to be delayed because of that. Wait a sec. We are totally sure it's not going to shake, right? From down here on the ground, it looks just a little cloudy, not windy. Well, I guess it's a different up there where they fly planes.
ちょっと天気が怪しいものね。
Aunt Ava looked at the TV in the lounge. Weather forecast was being broadcasted, informing us that a typhoon was approaching from the Kanto.
また台風か。親族会議が毎年10月ってんじゃ。もうちょい時期を選んでくれりゃいいのによ。
どうかね。 私もお盆の時期にやってくれればっていっつも思うわよ。ならルドルフ、それ今回の会議でお父様と兄さんに提案してみればいいじゃない。
冗談。姉貴が言えよ。俺が何を言っても兄貴は聞かねえよ。
いやよ。
Snowbear just wants to be here to cause the chaos, not see the repercussions of his actions.
私は別に10月でも困らないもの。
You gotta consider what they want in the picture, you know?
ルドルフが台風が嫌だからって言うから提案したらって言っただけよ。
Yeah, exactly.
俺は台風が来るのはいつものことだなって言っただけだろ。お盆の時期がいいって言い出したのは姉貴だぜ。
あら、去年ルドルフも言ったわよ。お盆の時期なら仕事のスケジュールとも合わせやすいのにって。
言ってねえだろ、そんなことよ。
言ったわよ。私、そういうのは絶対忘れないもん。
いや、言ってねえよ。言ってんのはいつも姉貴だよ。
知ってる？寸止めって高等技術なのよ。
ちいい年した女がはしたないことばっかしてんじゃねえぜ。
That's not great. That and Aunt Ava's arguments look no different from a couple of brats quarreling.
普段は父親や母親として振る舞っていても、こうして親族会議で元の兄弟に出会うと、子供の頃の自分に戻っちゃうからだろうね。
と、冷静に分析できるジョージ兄貴の方がずっと俺は将来あんなクソ親父みたいにはなりたくないに。なるなら兄貴みたいな知的な大人になりたいもんだぜ。
僕かい？僕なんかまだまださ。社会経験が全然足りないし、社交性も度胸も足りない。バトラ君にはそれらのいくつかがすでに。だからきっと成人したら僕なんかすぐに追い抜いちゃうさ。
Damn it. Oh my god, I'm sorry. The music in this game? I don't know if you guys have recognized it, but anytime I play like chill music, like whenever I'm playing Minecraft or anything like that, and I have the acoustic music going, I play acoustic covers of all of Umineko songs, and this is one of the songs on that list. I think that this is one of the best OSTs in all of gaming, by the way. Like, genuinely, it's every single song is super good. Hanaki entered a university and became apprentice at Uncle Hideyoshi's company at the same time, studying both academics and how to become a business emperor in parallel. Then, right after graduating, he got into Uncle Hideyoshi's company as on the side, piling up a lot of real-life experience as he devoted himself zealously to his work. His great dream is to one day stand on top of his own and build up his own kingdom. Anaki is a real paragon of a man, sparing no efforts as he strives towards his goal. It is no exaggeration to say that I really respect him. Then there's me. I'm nothing at all like Anaki. I'm living my happy-go-lucky idle high school life to the max. I've got no dreams for the future. I'd like to just sit back, stay cool, and let the money flow in. But of course that would never happen. When Anaki was my age, he had already formed an impressive objective. He started devoting himself towards studying for that goal, so I guess I can't go there. My dad just says, sure, you can study at my company if you'd like to clean toilets. Damn it, I'm not gonna be in the debt of that old man bastard. I'll find my way myself. Only willpower is all that it took to become an adult. Did I go on one of those self-searching journeys that's all their age these days? Well, it's not like I could mooch off my parents for that kind of money. Right then, Uncle Hideyoshi shouted out loudly. He's a really nice person on the whole, but he does have a problem controlling the volume of his voice. When I looked over, I saw that he was greeting Aunt Rosa, who had come late.
おおおおローザさんやないか。マリアちゃん、久しぶりやの。
久しぶり。マリア、お久しぶりです。でしょ？言ってごらん。お久しぶりです。
そうや。よく言えたな。ご褒美に飴玉あげような。どこにしまったんや。
ローザさん、お久しぶりです。マリアちゃんもお久しぶり。
ご無沙汰してます、キリエ姉さん、秀吉兄さん。あら、バトラ君？大きくなったわね。
いやー今日は会うたびに言われてて恥ずかしいっすよ。
おうローザ、遅かったな。飛行機がダイヤ通りだったらギリギリってとこだったぜ。
ごめんなさい。列車の接続がうまくいかなくて。なに？また天候調査中なの？
ぼやかないぼやかな。船で6時間も揺られるくらいなら飛行機でほんの30分の方がずっとマシよ。たとえ1時間余計に待たされたって全然早いんだから。
マリアちゃんも大きくなったで。今身長いくつあるんや？
身長いくつあるんや。
Oh, I guess she doesn't remember her own height. She's probably in the middle of growth spurt, so her height must change every month. Give it a few years and she'll suddenly start looking feminine.
この間の身体測定でいくつって出たっけ？これでも少しずつは伸びてるんですよ。ね
Yippee! I do not have sound alerts on right now. I am sorry. Trying to keep the purity
去年よりも
of
ずっ
Umineko.
と成長したと思いますよ。今年で9歳でしたっけ？
9歳。
そうだね。9歳だね。マリアちゃんも元気そうでよかった。よいしょ。もう高い高いをするにはちょっと重くなってきたかな。
うわ、ジョージ兄貴、そりゃ俺がやってやるぜ。高い高。
When I went to lift up Anaki's place, Maria stiffened defensively, stared suspiciously in my face. Oh, that's right. Last time I met Maria, it was 6 years ago. She was only 3 years old. Of course she didn't remember my face.
マリアちゃん、覚えてる？バトラ君よ。一緒に遊んでもらったの忘れちゃった？
無理だろ。最後にバトラと会ったのは3つの時だぜ。3つの時の記憶なんか残ってねえよ。
Must know everyone's face apart from mine because she meets them every year. I haven't had contact with the Yoshimiya family for months. So, it's no surprise that this 9-year-old girl doesn't have any memories of me. Even I can only just barely remember her being a 3-year-old crybaby.
マリア、バトラお兄ちゃんよ。ルドルフおじさんの息子さん。わかる？兄さんの息子さんが、兄さんが息子さん。
That sound is probably her brain going into overload with a complicated explanation. I guess the phrasing of that was a bit confusing. Ni or Oni, the title that you usually refer to an actual older brother, can also be a friendly honorific for a boy who's only a bit older than you. Just like Ne or One, just the word for big sister.
マリアちゃん、彼はバトラ君。僕と同じいとこだよ。
庄司お兄ちゃんと同じ？バトラ？いとこ？
そう。よくできたね。
This part of Aniki is what makes me really look up to him. Someone who isn't married, he's just great at dealing with kids. I'm sure he'll be an indulgent father in the future.
バトラお兄ちゃん？
Mia looked straight at me with a questioning expression, as though it was asking whether or not to call me that.
おうや、俺がバトラだ。よろしくな、マリア。
バトラ！
こらマリア、呼びつけちゃダメでしょ。バトラお兄ちゃんと呼びなさい。
いいっすよ、ローザおばさん。細かいことは気にしないっすから。なあマリア、俺とお前は名前を呼びつけ合う仲だもんな。
バトラバトラバトラ！
おや、マリアマリアマリア。うう。
Forced around for a while to make up for a 6-year gap in our friendship. He still probably thinks of me as nothing more as a big new friend. But things will probably work out as we get to know each other again. But I'm surprised. She's just the way I remember her being 6 years ago. Seems that people just don't change that much after all. I'm a bit happy to see that she's still pure, innocent girl I remember. Her name is written like that. Of course, that is pronounced Maria. Third character looks like her cross, which is pretty cool. Her feelings don't usually show up on her face, so it can be difficult to know just what she's thinking. But that's just how she looks on the outside. On the inside, she's just a sweet, normal girl. Then there's Maria's mother, Aunt Rosa. She's my dad's younger sister. Rosa is written... Here's a name. Here's a name that's totally not Japanese. Sorry to say it, but her name is almost as ridiculous as Dad's. I've got to respect her for not ending up as screwed up as he is, though. Whenever I think about it, all the names in my family start to sound foreign. Why is Grandpa so obsessed with that? Because of him, even we grandchildren have to put up with this weird naming sense. It's even more annoying since Grandfather's own name is perfectly normal. Anyways, there's one thing about Aunt Rosa that's relief compared to the other family members. The old bastard at Aunt Ava's has this annoying urge to tease and mock people all the time. Even though she shares their blood, Aunt Rosa isn't like that at all. She has the most common sense of all the siblings. Like Uncle Hideyoshi, she's a kind aunt who will always be on the kid's side. However, possibly because she's more strict as a parent, she's not as liberal with handing out spending money like Uncle Hideyoshi. Okay. Now we have the entire group of family members who are going to board the plane. At that moment, at that moment, as though it had waited for us to arrive, an announcement rang throughout the
お
lobby.
待たせしました。新島行き201便の搭乗をこれより開始いたします。ご搭乗のお客様はカウンター前の白線前に2列でお並びください。
ローザ、搭乗手続きまだだろ。急げ急げ。
いけない。マリア、いらっしゃい。
I didn't read that. Once all of us cleared the check, we followed the staff members out to the runway. Come to think of it, everyone here is in the Yoshimiya family. It's like this is a reserved charter flight or something. Our group stopped in front of the entrance to the airplane. Then our guide turned around and spoke, looking down the passenger list.
それではこれよりご搭乗となります。名簿をお読み上げいたしますので、前方の座席右側から順に右左、次のそれではお読み上げいたします。後宮秀吉様。
わしからか？はい。そうだ、エヴァ。飴玉あるか？さっきから探してるんだが、見つか。
後宮エヴァ様。
ハンドバッグの中よ。機内に入ったら出すわ。
I heard that candies are a good way of protecting your ears from hurting because of vibrations in the atmosphere pressure when landing or taking off. It's probably why they're talking, what they're talking
俺
about.
の席窓際だといいな。
大丈夫だよ。窓際席しかないもん。
As George Oniki said, there are apparently only 2 lines of seats. So this is what a small plane looks like. You are totally sure it's not going to shake, right?
後宮ジョージ様。
はい。大丈夫だよ、バトラ君。あんまり揺れないから。
後宮バトラ様。
兄貴、あんまりってどのくらいだよ。船から落ちても泳げるからいいが、飛行機が落ちたらそれでおしまいなんだぜ。もちろん客席にはパラシュートがあるんだろ。ねえの？
後宮ルドルフ様。
ほらバトラ、感動してねえでとっとと奥行け。
言って親父。おさってパラシュートがねえんだよ。
後宮桐江様。
ほら、仲良くじゃれてないの。進む進む。
言ってえよキリエ。押すなって。ボンクラが進まねえんだよ。
後宮マリア様。
進む進む。
後宮ローザ様。
こらマリア、静かにしなさい。
こちらは機長の川端で、本日は新東京航空201便をご利用いただき誠にありがとうございます。新島空港までは約20分のフライトの予定です。上空の気流が乱れているとの報告が入って多少の揺れがあるかもしれませんので、離陸後もシートベルトは外さないようにお願いいたします。
兄貴、シートベルト外しちゃいけない揺れってなんだよ。ジャンボ機なら離陸後はシートベルト外せるぜ。それが外しちゃいけないってどんな揺れだよ。くそー、騙された。何が揺れないだ。パラシュートはどこだよ。やっぱり俺は船が良かった。
Song is playing right
やっぱ船だよな。船。
落ちる、落ちる。
マリア、もういい加減になさい。でも意外ね。バトラ君、てっきり怖いものなしだと思ってたから。
こいつ昔から乗り物がなぜかダメでさ、二言目には落ちるだの沈むだの。情けない男だな、おめえは。
ありゃ、さすがに揺れすぎだろう。小型機乗るのは初めてだったから、ちょいと答えちまっただけだぜ。
あの大騒ぎでちょいとなの？バトラ君とは海外旅行を一緒におばさんとエジプトとか行かない？ 14 時間も飛行機に乗れるわよ。
いい提案ね。バトラ君、エヴァ姉さんに少し鍛えてもらいなさいよ。それにしてもおかしい。
こらこら、人間誰しも得て増えてはあるもんや。そない笑うたら悪いで。
父さんも笑うのは悪いよ。ほら、マリアちゃんももう笑っちゃダメ。
もう笑っちゃダメ？
Damn. Is being scared of planes really such a big deal? Everyone obviously thinks I'm a big oaf now. We split up and took separate taxis from the airport to the harbor. From here on, we would be taking boats to the island. The island is right next to one another. It was right next to one another, so the distance of the trip wasn't that great. By boat, it was a leisurely 30 minutes to the island. When we reached the pier where the boats of the island was ashore, we saw figures waving at us.
ジョージ兄さん、お久しぶりだぜ。
いやあ、ジェシカちゃん、1年ぶりだね。また伸びたんじゃないかい？
よしてくれよ。毎年言われんのは恥ずかしいぜ。
おいおい兄貴、嘘だろ？こいつが本当にジェシカなのかよ？
ってことはジョージ兄さん、このデカブツバトラなのかよ。
Both stared at each other. She definitely didn't look like that in my memories, but I do remember her crazy way of talking.
いよ、ジェシカ！なんだよお前！嘘だろ？なーに女みたいな格好してんだよ！なんだよこれ、胸かよ！お前にも胸なんかできたのかよ！揉ませろ。
ふざけやがれ！
Weirdo.
私は花も恥じらう18だぜ。
Tyler isn't great. I promise he gets better in later episodes.
髪だって伸びりゃ出るとこだって出るぜ。てめえに揉ませる胸なんざあるもんかい。バトラこそなんだよ。バカみてえに図体だけでか知った腕力ついたのか？
ざけんじゃねえ。あれからどれだけ鍛錬積んだか思い知らせてやんぜ。
うぜえぜ。返り討ちだ。
That Chung's girl name is that. She was born under the same unlucky star as me, sharing the same kind of weird name. Anyways, is pronounced Jessica. She's Dad's older brother's daughter. Dad's older brother's daughter. Fuck, that's a weird sentence to say. That older brother happens to be the oldest son of the Ushimiya family, so for now, it means Jessica is the direct family heir. Jessica and I are the same age, and sometimes had a little boy girl squabble with each other. Jessica and I are the same age, and sometimes had a little boy girl squabbles with each other. I got it! I am drinking water! Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Especially since I'm gonna be narrating and reading a lot of this. I wanted to make sure. Tina, what the fuck? With each other. We've always been used to fighting each other and joking around whenever things relatives gather. Yet Jessica grew up more quickly, so she always had beat me in terms of size and physical strength. When we scuffled in a contest of strength, it usually went Jessica's way. So even though I realized I'd grow bigger, part of my mind was still convinced I couldn't beat Jessica. Be 2-month anniversary! That means it's been about 2 months since you started streaming, yeah? Are you guys doing there now? Right now? For me to Umineko not controlling any shit's P. Shut up! My dogs are playing with each other. So we can hear them at some point.
なんだよ、何マジになってんだよ。いててて。
おいおいおい、全然力入れてねえぜ。ジェシカ、お前貧弱になっただろ。
うるせえぜ。こちとら女やっていつまでも腕力で男に勝てるわけねえだろ。
まあそりゃそうだよな。俺が腕につけた分の肉をお前は胸につけたんだもんな。俺の腕とお前の胸ならちょうどいい力比べになりそうじゃねえのか。
だからお前に揉ませる父はねえ。それよりお前こそどうなんだよ。身長以外にも他のところ。
バカやめろ。いやん、この野郎お嫁に行けなくなる。変な
人様が聞いて誤解すること言うんじゃねえ。
Honestly, I was so surprised at how feminine Jessica had become that I had to joke around like an idiot to hide it. Well, considering what a bossy brat she was 6 years ago, anyone would be surprised. And I guess she's just as surprised. Probably wasn't expecting to lose me in the test of strength. After losing that easily, she must have been shocked with how much I'd grown in the past 6 years. 6 years. Once again, I'm being shown just what a huge gap of time that was.
やれやれ、乾杯だぜ。こりゃもう私じゃかなわねえな。
そんなことないよ。バトラ君にもきっと弱点はあるよ。ね、マリアちゃん。
落ちる落ちる。
ちょ、バカよせマリア。それは内緒にし。
落ちる？なんだそりゃ。
あいにくだがこの弱点はジェシカにはもう何しろ悪夢の空路はもう終わっちまったんだ。あとはのんびりチャボチャボとお船の旅さ。あのオンボロ漁船がこれほど恋しくなるとは思わなかったぜ。
ああ？ジョージ兄さん、こいつ頭どうかしたのか？
すぐにわかるよ。すぐにね。
これははあ、バトラさんも大きくなりまして。
At this time, it's an old lady with an apron. Oh yeah, wait, that takes me back. I remember now?
バトラ君、覚えてるかい？ほら、お手伝いの熊沢さんだよ。
熊沢のばあちゃんは忘れねえぞ。何しろこの6年ちっとも老けちゃいねえぜ。むしろ若返ったんじゃねえの？
最近はお肌がピチピチしてきちゃって、ほら胸もますますに大きくなっちゃいましたんですよ。揉んでみます？
ご冗談。俺が揉みたいのはピチピチした姉ちゃんの胸限定だぜ。
私とてほらほら、ぜひどうぞ。
ひょー、勘弁してくれ。若い姉ちゃんだ、若い姉ちゃん。熊沢のばあちゃんじゃねえよ。
Jokes I cracked about Jessica were being turned against me. And think of it, it's always been the type to tease people.
おいおいよせよ熊沢さん。監獄に半分足突っ込んだ人がはしゃいじゃいけねえぜ。
若い方とじゃれるのが何よりの若返りの薬で。
熊沢さんが迎えに来るなんて珍しいじゃない。どういう風の吹き回しかしら。用事を頼まれるといつも腰痛になるあなたが。
エヴァ様は相変わらず手厳しゅうございます。 急なお買い物がありましたもので、そのついでに皆様のお迎えをしようと思い、もっともお迎え待ちの老いぼれのお迎えではケーキも
On Ava spoke sarcastically. Kumusama Bajhan's years of experience were nothing to sneeze at. He was more than capable of smoothly and coolly deflecting that comment. Well, it feels bad to say it, but Kumusama Bajhan might be past her prime as a servant. She acts as though she's in good health, but between the headaches and lumbago, her body's wearing out. To tell the truth, the fact that she's still working is impressive. How old is she again this year? Must be pushing 80 at least. It's incredible that she's still able to act so cheerily.
ますますにお元気なようで。そうだ、これ。前に話してたお茶です。ほら、買ってきま、後で飲んでみてください。
Aunt Roba took a souvenir bag out from one of her suitcases. Saying that she remembered a promise that she had apparently made last year and faithfully bought it. That sort of thoughtfulness was just like Aunt Rosa. He wasn't the kind of person who would forget or break a promise. Masaba Ba-chan's seemed deeply touched, not only that Aunt Rosa had remembered this year-old promise, that she would bring a gift to a simple servant like her. This woman is Kumasawa Chiyo-san. She's a senior servant who's been working at the Ushiyamiya head family household for many years. As you'd expect, from someone her age, manual labor isn't her strong point. She's this kind of super server who can just handle just about anything else. Kitchen work, cleaning, and laundry. Seems like her only flaw is tendency to slack off. I hear she tries to get away from heavy or troublesome work by playing up her chronic diseases. Kumasama Ba-chan's case is probably a sign of craftiness rather than laziness. Though it probably doesn't impress those paying her salary. Ah well, even if she's pretty flaky whenever it comes to work, I could never dislike her. I guess that's probably because of her cheerfulness and her constant smile.
いやー、相変わらずお元気そうで何よりでんな。あれから背中の具合はどないでっか？
薬を飲んでもちっとも良くなりませんで。不治の病っちゅうもんですわ。
それにしてもジェシカちゃんはますます美人になったな。夏日姉さんに似てよかったぜ。
そうで、私的には全然似てないつもりなんですけど。つうか、親には似たくないです。尊敬してないんで。
こら、そんなこと言っちゃダメ。それにしても親に似たくないって言ってる人が多いわね、うちの一族は。
あ、それ俺。
バカ言え。お前こそ俺に似るんじゃねえ。お前の鼻が似ててムカつくんだよ。
何言ってんのよ。呆れるくらいそっくりよ。あなたもお父様も。
おいおい、そりゃねえだろ。俺のどこが親父に似てるってんだ？
傲慢で偉そうなところとかそっくりよ。あんたと兄さんは特にお父様の血が強いわね。ねえローザ。
まったく。クラウス兄さんもルドルフ兄さんも信じられないくらいお父様にそっくり。
おいおい参ったな。なんで俺だけ女どもに集中放火なんだ。秀吉兄さん助けてくださいよ。
いやいや、ルドルフ君はいっつも女性にモテてるな。羨ましいで。
相変わらずモテモテでお羨ましいことです。それでは皆様、お船の方へお乗りくださいませ。さあさあ、マリアさん、一緒にお船に乗りましょうね。
一緒にお船に乗る。みんなも一緒に乗る。
おや、もう今度は怖くないぜ。 波で揺れるのは慣れてるしな。あのオンボロ漁船の場合、揺れて怖いってよりエンジンがぶっ壊れて漂流するんじゃねえかって方が怖いぜ。
そうだ、バトラ君。あの漁船はだいぶ老朽化してたんで数年前に引退したんだ。今は他の船が島まで運んでくれるんだ。
ああ、そっか。バトラは新しい船が初めてなんだな。快適だぜ。すっげえ速いんだ。何しろとんでもないスピードが出るんだからさ。
ほう。ってことは船旅の時間がさらに短縮されたわけか。そりゃ素晴らしい。何しろ飛行機よりマシとはいえ沈没の危険にさらされる時間が少しでも短くなるってんだから、こりゃ極めて。
バトラはまた落ちる。
そりゃ飛行機の時だけさ。もう大丈夫だぜ。
何しろ船長自慢の改造高速艇らしいぜ。だいぶいじってるらしく、プロペラは高性能のが4機もついてて最高速度は40ノットをいつも自慢されるんで覚えちまったぜ。
僕も毎年聞かされるんで覚えちゃったよ。船長は昔外国の漁船と速度比べをして負けて以来、スピード改造に取りつかれちゃったんだ。その時の相手は漁船なのに30ノット以上も出せたんだってね。
その雪辱の念が結実してスカッと爽快な超高速改造艇の誕生。バトラもきっと気に入るぜ。
Super high-speed modded boat. My first thought was that this would be much better than some beat-up boat that might sink at any moment. But for some reason, I get this feeling of foreboding.
Oi, バトラー。島までは泳いで行った方がいい。
バトラ君、柵からあんまり身を乗り落ちちゃうから。
落ちる。
チェックしよう。さっきからみんながニヤニヤ笑ってたのはこれだったのか。
This super high-speed boat that the captain started modding. Oh yes, that piece of junk fishing boat from 6 years ago doesn't hold a candle to this guy.
揺れる。落ちる。落ちたら海じゃねえかよ。溺れちまうぞ。パラシュートだじゃねえぜ。浮き輪はどこだ。ライフジャケットをくれ。
なんだよバトラ。おめえそれ何の真似だよ。
ジェシカちゃんもマリアちゃんもいじめちゃ悪いって。バトラ君も怖いなら甲板に出なきゃいいのに。船内ならもう少し怖くないと思うけどな。
そいつはサンキューだぜ。海難事故の犠牲者はいつも船内なんだ。生存者を抱いて事故時は甲板なんだぜ。だから俺はここにいる。でも揺れる。落ちる。ふわー。
揺れる。落ちる。
マリア、よしなさいったら。でもバトラ君、本当に苦手なのね。船長さんに速度を落とすように言ってきてあげるわ。
ローザおばさんありがとう。海の上でも安全運転、徐行運転、指差し確認。
ダメよローザ。青年には試練も必要なんだから。ねえバトラ君、これくらいへっちゃらで克服できちゃうわよ。じゃないとおばさんとエジプトに行けないわよ。
うわー、エヴァおばさんの意地悪。ダメ、落ちる。 ライフジャケットパラシュートふいや、ひっくり返して考えるんだ。敵の狙いは何だ。俺をこうして怖がらせることか。そいつが狙いなら甘いぜ。ビビってなんかやるのか。でもダメ、落ちる。
After I made a huge fool of myself, Anrosa had talked to the boat captain, and he slowed down to make it more manageable speed for me.
これくらいならなんと、さっきのは生きた心地がしなかったぜ。
さっきは力比べで負けたけどよ、もっと重要な部分で負けてなかったことが分かって私は嬉しいぜ。いやしかし
くっそー、好きなだけ笑えよ。いつか弱点を見つけ返しててめえの胸揉みつぶしてやるぜ。
見つけられたら考えてやる。
おお、バトラヘロヘロ。
ああ、バトラヘロヘロだ。海も空もごめんだぜ。俺は陸の上で死にたいさ。
Maria is patting my back, so I pat her head in return. Her expression is blank as usual, but I realize she wanted to console me.
バトラ君、船長が罪滅ぼしにってドリンクをサービスしてくれたよ。飲んで一服しないかい？落ち着くよ。
Nortanaki and Kumasawa Batan brought us all ice-cold cans of soft drinks covered with beads of water. Judging from Kumasawa's big grin, our parents inside the boat were probably all rolling around laughing with my moment of pure terror. Damn it, I'm so embarrassed. I can't bear to face any of them. I did change the subject somehow. I had the feeling it would be the butt of everyone's jokes for the whole trip, so I tried to think of something harmless to think about.
ああ、ジェシカ、クラウスおじさんと夏日おばさんは元気なのかよ。
親父とおふくろ？残念ながら元気だぜ。二言目には勉強しろ勉強しろってうるせえけどよ。秀吉おじさんとかルドルフおじさんとかそういうこと言わなそうだから羨ましいぜ。
とんでもない。僕も受験を控えてた頃はいっつも受験って言われてたよ。うるさくも思ったけど今は感謝してるよ。
やっぱりジョージ兄貴は人間が。ちなみにうちは絶賛なんにも言われないぜ。まあ言われたって聞かねえけどな。
バトラさんはまだご実家には戻られておられないのですか？
うん、まあちょくちょく戻るようには。まだ服とかだいぶ前の家に残してるんで。
おお、バトラ、おうち。
まあな。
どうしてお家が2つ？おお。
Only Maria, who couldn't really grasp the situation, voiced this naive question. However, the others just shot nervous glances at me, choosing not to respond even though they knew the answer.
マヤ、ほら、船着き場が見えてきたぜ。ほら、あれ、見えるか？
船着き場見えた、船着き場見えた。
I'm supposed to read that. Well, I'd rather not talk about it if I can help it. But it's uncomfortable to have had it treated some kind of like weird taboo. I don't mind it that much myself anymore. I may be a member of the Ushimiya family, but the truth is that for the last 6 years I've been living with my grandparents on my late mother's side. Ever since then I've been using the name. When those grandparents passed away one after the other, I basically had no choice but to go back and live with the old bastard. Don't get me wrong, I didn't just run away from home or anything like that. They were the only one at fault here was my dad. I don't really blame Kyrie-san. Being able to hold that old bastard's reign and write him out is no mean feat. Still, the way that the old bastard betrayed my mom, well, unfortunately I still haven't gotten over that.
もうすぐ着くね。
失礼しました。年寄りが余計なことを言ってしまい、お気に障りましたら。
気にもしてないし、触ってもないぜ。気にすんなよ、熊沢のばあちゃん。
After that, I had a sip of my drink and headed over to Maria and Jessica, who were gazing at the silhouette of the island.
バトラ、島が見えた、島が見えた。あれ、
どれどれ。おお、見えてきたな。6年ぶりでも記憶と寸分変わらない島影だぜ。
Small island silhouette in front of us had gotten pretty close. This island's name is Hirokinjima. The small island, about 10 miles or 10 kilometers, located in the Izu archipelago. Since they call this archipelago the Izu 7, lots of people think there are only 7 islands, but that's not true. There's actually several more, and Hirokinjima is one of the minor islands that don't get counted. If that were the case, I doubt you find many people who knew about this island. Only people connected to the Ushimiya family ever. In other words, outsiders and tourists never have any reason to care about it. So you'll never find this island's name in a travel book. After all, Hirokinjima is an estate possessed by the Ushimiya head family. Only the Ushimiya family that lives there, and only people connected to the Ushimiya family can come here. There's nothing except a harbor and a mansion. The vast majority of the island is still uncultivated forest. Such a waste when there could be such a nice golf course or something. However, when you realize the entire coastline is private beach, it starts to sound pretty magnificent. You probably guessed it by now, but to put it simply, well, the Yoshimiya family is just rolling in dough. The head family apparently possesses a vast fortune. And Dad and the others who make up the branch family have built up plenty of wealth for themselves, finding success in their respective businesses. I've been living on a commoner's life at my grandparents' home these last 6 years, so I had completely forgotten. The old bastard's house really is elegant. And everything about it is turned to match the snobbish taste of the annoyingly rich. Think of it. I guess that makes Aniki, Jessica, Maria, and me wealthy, high-class gentlemen. Needless to say, none of us thinks of ourselves like that at all. I don't see myself being rich, and George Aniki takes self-discipline very seriously. Doesn't let him get himself too comfortable. Jessica has always complained that she'd rather move to the city than be rich. Maria isn't a kid who isn't even interested in money at all. Does that really make us any less snobbish? Perspective of people in poverty who can't pay the bills, we've really been blessed with a lot. This isn't the place to explain any further, so I won't. Anyways, it's not the same being able to choose the parents you're born from. I didn't ask to be born into a rich family, and I don't think it's really something to be envied. It can be pretty trying when people are prejudiced against you just because you're rich and refuse to judge you by your merits. As I pondered these sentimental thoughts, Maria started shouting over.
どうしたんだよマリア。何か落としちゃったのか？
Maria just kept yelling, "Gone, gone." First it sounded like she had dropped something, but then while she shouted, she also pointed over the ocean.
どうしたの？何がないんだい？僕も探してあげるよ。何？ん？
If she had dropped something, she probably would have looked down at the floor, where Maria is pointing out over the ocean. One would assume that by the gesture she had spotted something, but she kept saying something wasn't there. Strange. However, since my last memories of this place came from 6 years ago, I wasn't able to spot it before Aniki took over here.
あれ確かさ、この辺の小さい岩の上に、そうだ、確かにあったぜ。島に近づいてくると最初に迎えてくれる目印みたいなもんだったからよく覚えてるぜ。
へえ、バトラすごいじゃねえか。6年ぶりなのによく覚えてるもんだぜ。
あったね。僕も思い出したよ。鎮守の社と鳥居みたいなものが岩の上にポツンと立ててあったよ。そういえばないね。去年は確かにあったと思う。
大方波か何かでさらわれちまったんだろう。小さい岩だったしな。だいぶ風化で脆くなってたんだろうさ。
私もそうだと思ってるんだけど、亡くなっちゃったのはこの夏のことなんだよ。なんでもよ、
ある晩に大きな稲妻が落ちて親鎮守様に落雷があるなど、これは不吉の兆しに違う。くわばらくわばら。
Misawa smiled impishly, as if teasing us, rubbing her hands together while telling a Japanese phrase meant to ward off lightning. Maria, however, apparently took this seriously and started fixedly over the ocean, where the crag housing the shrine god was supposed to be.
よせよ熊沢さん。マリアはそういう冗談の通じない年頃なんだからさ。
大丈夫だよマリアちゃん。偶然だよ。何も怖いことなんか起きないよ。
不吉、不吉。
おいおい、そんなに何度も繰り返してたら本当に不吉がやってきちまうぜ。
Tapped Maria's left shoulder. Maria whipped her head around, stared at my face, and spoke unblinkingly.
不吉、来る。
来るってどこからさ。
Answered lightheartedly, trying to break the tension in the air. She'd apparently sensed some kind of misfortune in this cloudy sky. She'd been muttering that non-stop for a while now. Girls at Maria's age tend to be very impressionable. She's just about the age that many girls start to get excited about sixth sense and whether they have any psychic potential and stuff. For all we know, this might be due to her childish, sensitive nature.
大丈夫だよマリアちゃん。天気は今夜くらいには崩れるかもしれないけど、明日には良くなって綺麗な青空になってるよ。
綺麗な青空。
そう、明日になれば綺麗な止まない雨はないし、晴れない雲だってない。
止まない雨、晴れない雲。
確かに台風が近づいてるけどよ、大丈夫さマリア。
Maria started yelling, ooh, ooh. Looked as though she was having a tantrum. Trying to say, what in the world is Maria trying so desperately to warn us about? Unable to understand her, we couldn't help but feel a vague sense of fear. I heard that everyone can feel the supernatural, but it weakens as a age. That might mean that Maria, the youngest one of us all, still possessed some kind of sense that the rest of us have lost. I wonder if that sense is sending her a warning. At that moment, Kumasawa-san quietly opened her mouth.
なんでも六軒島はその昔。
熊沢さん、その話はなしにしようぜ。
I wanted to push it further, just out of simple curiosity. Judging by the look on Jessica's face, whether Kumasawa Bachan was likely to escape, probably make Maria even more uneasy. But if I did try to press her for a sword, the odds were pretty good that she wouldn't bring anything.
それは申し訳ございませんね。ここの風は年寄りには応えますんで、ちょっと失礼させていただきます。
Gossipers have no reason to hang out around after they've been told to stop chatting. Misawa-san finally realized she had been overstepped her bounds. She went back inside the boat. After she left, Uncle Hideyoshi showed up at her place. As he'd arrived mid-conversation, completely failed to notice the complicated atmosphere that hung around about the scene, so he refreshingly and unwittingly swept that atmosphere aside. So in the end, it was the lack of tact that brightened the mood.
もう到着だそうやないか。おお、もうちょいやの。今日はのんびりスピードだから時間がかかってもうたわ。誰のせいやねん。
うわ、秀吉おじさんもう勘弁してくださいよ。
もっと言ってやってくれたく。バトラのせいで時間かかりすぎだぜ。
Maria probably thought that everyone was refusing to listen to her. She hung her head, wearing a fretful could not say a single word in that, actually. As she did, George Aniki crouched down to meet her eyes and spoke to her kindly.
マリアちゃん、何も怖くないよ。だって、僕たちが一緒だもの。一緒だと何も怖くないんだよ。言ってごらん。
一緒だと何も怖くない。
うん。一緒だと何も怖くない。
そうさ、ジョージの兄貴の言う通りだぜ。俺たちが一緒にいるといつだってな、ジェシカ。
ああ、間違いないぜ。ジョージ兄さんの言うことはいつも本当だよ、マリア。
ジョージお兄ちゃんはいつも本
当。うん、僕は嘘をつかないよ。だから信じて。みんなと一緒にいれば何も怖くないんだよ。
ジョージお兄ちゃんは嘘をつかない。信じる。みんなと一緒にいれば怖くない。怖くない。
Maria jumped in George Aniki's arms and hugged him tightly. After Aniki patted her head, she jumped away again. Her facial expression undergone a 180-degree change, turning back to normal. She once again was the ordinary Maria.
みんなと一緒だからもう怖くない。
ああ、そうだぜ。もう平気みたいだな。マリアは強いな。偉いぜ。
マリア偉い。
なんや、どうしたんや。マリアちゃん、船酔いだったんか。ん？
まあそんなとこです。申し訳つきますね。
Alright.